Like I should explain where I was. So we had an unexpected temporary family member in our house. We were driving home from Rivers Arts District a couple weeks ago, and we came around the corner and there was just a dog running loose. So we stopped, and another person stopped who had a dog in the car already, and we opened our door to try to catch the stray dog, and it jumped right in our car. So we told her, don't worry about it. You already have a dog. We'll figure out what's going on. We'll take an animal shelter. They didn't have any space available, so they asked if we could foster. We said we don't know because we have animals, but we'll try because that's what you do in circumstances like this. So needless to say, it was quite an adventure for a couple of weeks, as we do already have Mad Max, our Staffy, and two cats, Furiosa and Ragnar. So it was very interesting having a stray dog that we have no idea whether it likes other dogs, whether it likes cats. We never in 2 weeks were able to get them all to play together, but they were happy being in their own spaces. So it was a whole unexpected thing, but I'm happy to report that the shelter did have some space open. We were able to bring her up there. She is getting, we affectionately refer to her as girlfriend because she has no name, and we didn't feel like it was appropriate for us to name her because then we might try to keep her in our house, although our pets said they didn't want any other siblings. So she is getting spayed and her shots and everything, and then we'll be on the lookout for a new owner. So that was an unexpected surprise. Hi Sequels friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be an informative day because we are going to talk about what's sold for the month of May for a part-time reseller. And I have to tell you, May was a rough month for me, and I hit my listing goal of 149 listings for the month, which is I think 5 a day roughly. So it wasn't because of listings. And to be honest with you, I think it was because I listed those 2 jewelry boxes, and that was the majority of the items that I was listing for the month. And I don't think there was a lot of variety, and I think that that may have hindered my sales. I don't know. You guys let me know how your sales were down below in the comments, because maybe it's just a slow month, but that's the only thing I can put my finger on and suspect that it might be for the moment. So let's get right into it. For May, I sold 59 items, and I brought in a gross amount of $1,217.53. But I did not bring it home anywhere close to that amount because I had a lot of promotions going on. Once I realized the month was kind of slow, I was sending out a lot of offers. I was sending out deep discount promotions. I ran some sales. And so I only ended up putting in my pocket for the month $700.13. Granted, that is way better than the $380 I put in my pocket last year, but do remember last year I was working a full-time job, so there was no way I listed 149 items last year during this time. As I said, I had a ton of promotions going on. Really, when I realized that it's a slow month, I'm really trying to do deep discounts on any of my old stuff, any of my bread and butter items, anything that I know that I've gotten for free or was a really low price in a bins, then I'm willing to let it go just to like generate some sales. So that did make my ROI take a dip, and it's down to 48% of I was putting in my pocket that means I put in my pocket about 58% of what I brought in, and my average sale price took a huge nosedive down to $11.87. That's okay. We get up in arms about it. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to move forward, making sure to list a lot more variety, especially in clothing and shoes this month in June, to try to get those numbers back up to where they need to be. And I've been keeping track of how much I'm selling out of my own closet, just to give you guys motivation to clear out what you're not using. And this month I sold $135.75 just of things around the house or out of my closet. Let's talk about, as we do during every What Sold video, what sold by category. Here is my handy dandy list of all the categories that I'm selling, and the 2 highlighted in Sequels pink are the top performers for this month, which are home and jewelry. Now, home sold 11% of the total units, but brought in 8% of the total dollars. And jewelry sold 20% of the total units, but only brought in 14% of the total dollars. When the unit number percentage is higher than the dollar percentage, that means that the average sale price is a little bit lower in that category. I did highlight or bold at the very, very end on the sell-through rate the categories that I am running out of stock on, which are several. So I need to definitely plan some binge trips over the next few weeks to get back into the swing of things, since, like I said, that jewelry box kind of took over all my items. Let's talk about sales by platform. This is another interesting thing. My eBay kind of like took a little nosedive. I don't know why. My status is still the same as it was. I've been running sales on eBay because I saw some sellers say that they take a category and run it on sale through, different categories throughout the month, just kind of, and I haven't really noticed any pickup from it. And now my sales are even lower than usual on eBay. So if that's not a dink in the donk, I don't know what is. Usually eBay is my top performer, but this month it was Poshmark, bringing in 38% of the total dollar sales. eBay brought in 28%, Etsy 18%, which is higher than normal for Etsy. I have been running sales on Etsy as well, and it seems to be working there. Mercari brought in 9%, and I had a Facebook Marketplace sale, which brought in 7%. And now it's time for you guys' favorite part of a What Sold video, and they are the BOLO items. These are the items that net me, put in my pocket, more than $20. Definitely categories or brands that you should be on the lookout for when you're thrifting. In the order of which they sold, first up are these Michael Kors Coral Leather T-Strap espadrilles. These I got in a thread up box. I listed them across all my platforms, hoping to make $34 to $49. Now they cost me $7.41, which is a little bit higher than what I'm used to paying. So I was eager to see that I actually net more than 20 bucks on these. Barely. I sold them on Poshmark for $35 and put in my pocket $20.59. This vintage Casper scroll blazer, I must have gotten this in some sort of vintage box. I don't really remember. Maybe Helpsy or Jomar. I can't remember which one, but the cost again was a little bit higher than I'm used to at $7.62, and I have had it forever. I have had this thing since November of 2022. I have discounted this so many times to people. Nobody wanted it. I lowered the price, and now was hoping to make anywhere between $24 and $39. I ended up selling it on Etsy for the $39 and put in my pocket $20.51. This vintage Anthony Richards zip front robe. This was from the Goodwill bins, and I was hoping to make $19 to $29. I spent a whopping 94 cents on it, and it ended up selling on Etsy all in at $36.04. So there was some sort of sales discount there, and I put in my pocket $25.78. These American Mood sheet set, I think I shared this in a Friday flip of the week. I love this unique sheet set that I found at Habitat of Humanity, which I don't find things at a lot, and it only cost me $4. I was hoping to make $39 to $59. I got an offer on Poshmark for $40, and I took it, and I ended up putting $28 in my pocket. This was a Goodwill bins find. No, this was a Goodwill find. And another I think I talked about on a Friday flip. This was Belle Badgley Mishka, new with tags, Sarah, full length formal skirt. I was hoping to make $39 to $59, and I ended up taking an offer on eBay, all in, including shipping, at $53.99, and put $32.41 in my pocket. I couldn't for the life of me remember which one this was. I had to go back and look it up. These are vintage clip-on metal rhinestone earrings. I think I got these in a Goodwill jewelry box. Maybe not the one that I just showed you, but one before that, that I didn't end up filming because I wasn't too happy with a lot of the things that I got in there, which I probably should have filmed just to show you. But anyways, I've had these for a while, since October. Listed across all the platforms, hoping to make $14 to $29. I had somebody on Poshmark ask me if they were real gold, and I was like, not at $29. So I thought that was weird that they asked, and then they ended up buying them, which I wasn't expecting. I was like, I'm gonna tell them they're not real gold, and they're like, I don't want them. But they ended up buying them all in at $29, and I put $22.09 in my pocket. This is one of those things that I love to share with you guys all the time. It is a I sold out of my closet dress. I have had this dress for, I had it before I started working full time, so I've had to have it for like 2 or 3 years. I bought it. It is an Shakti, is that how you say that, dress? And I bought it and another green one at Salvation Army in Waynesville, like I said, 2-3 years ago. Didn't pay more than probably, I think I paid up for them, so probably $7 or $8. And this one I ended up listing because it's a little tight in the bust and I don't wear it as much. Was hoping to make $24 to $39. Took an offer on Poshmark for $31 and put in my bank account $22.78. So I spent $8 on a dress, wore it for 2 to 3 years, put it up on Poshmark, took an offer, and still put $22.78 in my pocket. These are my favorite sales ever to have. This was a cool find at a local thrift store. I had picked up a Fossil wallet, and then I found this vintage tri-fold wallet. It is by Capri and a beautiful glove cowhide leather. I listed across all the platforms hoping to make $12 to $24, and I took an offer on Etsy all in at $36.04. That price is higher than the amount that I quoted because I do increase the price over on Etsy to account for the free shipping discount. And I ended up putting in my pocket $25.08. What a great flip on a $1 investment. Be on the lookout for those wallets. I know we've talked before about Fossil wallets being great, but also vintage. If it's leather and it's in great condition, there is a market for those. This was an amazing find. This is a beautiful men's Scully Western shirt. We did a yard sale a few weeks ago, and then after the yard sale we hit a thrift store who happened to have like a yard sale thing going on in the back, and we just hit it for funsies because we were on the way back. And I have a little video that I'm going to share with you of that yard sale, which we may mention this again in that video. But this is a Western Scully shirt, and I know about this brand only because I found Scully in the bins, and it is still in my shop, the other denim shirt that I found. And when I looked it up, I learned that the denim shirts are slower to sell, but the Western shirts are where it's at. So when I saw this one, I was like, I have to have it. And it has musical notes on it, and it's in a fun aqua color, and they were asking $10 for it, and I took it. I listed across all the platforms, hoping to make $49 to $79. The prices were all over the place. I listed it high, as I always do, but the last one that sold recently sold for $49. I ended up taking an offer on eBay for $56.39 all in, and after the $10 cost of goods, I still moved to my bank account $31.12. That is a testament to pay up for things when you know that it's something special. And also, I think listing it, I showed it on my social media all tied up and cute, like I'll show it to you here. And then I also put that it was great for like honky tonk country line dancing, because I know people love to dress up for that kind of stuff. So that was a really fun find. Just 2 more left. This Michael Kors Fulton tan moccasin flats. These came in a thread-up shoebox that I believe that I shared with you guys. Cost of goods came in at $6.42, hoping to make anywhere between $29 and $44. Sold them all in on Mercari. I love it when I have a decent price Mercari sale, because usually that's where I get rid of some of my stale inventory. But sold them all in at $44 after cost of goods, because there's no platform fees over there, although I'm sure it cost me $2 to transfer my funds, but whatever, it's still better than platform fees. I ended up putting in my pocket $37.58. And then we had this dog crate sitting around for when we picked up her, and we were using it for when we left the house because we didn't know how the dogs were going to interact. So when we took her to the animal shelter, I ended up going ahead and selling the crate because my dog hasn't needed it forever. And so I listed it based on comps, was hoping to get $40 to $65. Within hours of listing it on Facebook Marketplace, I had an offer for $50. So I took that offer and made $50 since there's no platform fee. So that is what sold for May. Like I said, a bit of a slow month. I really think that it was probably those jewelry boxes. I should have been more conscious about, all I thought was, oh, I have hundreds of items to list, I'm set with my listings. And in reality, I should have spaced it out and divided it out and kept going to the bins and kept bringing in other clothing and things. So lesson learned for next time. But hopefully I can pick back up for the next month as long as I'm continuing to list. I know I'm doing what I should be doing to feed the algorithm, so hopefully that will pay off next month. We have some fun things coming up. We have a Goodwill bins haul. Like I said, we have that yard sale haul. I have a thread-up shoebox coming up. So, and even some DIYs planned. And then I also have some jewelry processing and cleaning videos planned for the upcoming month. So if you haven't done so already and you're still here, why don't you become a Sequels BFF? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so that you're notified every time when I upload regularly. It is on Wednesday and Saturday, so you will be notified when that video drops. Thanks you guys so much for tuning in. I so appreciate your continued support, and I will be back at you next time with some more reselling content. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.